Oh yeah. Shenanigans. Truth, lies, 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 shenanigans. Oh yeah. Shenanigans. Truth, lies, 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 shenanigans. Shenanigans. Truth, lies, 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 shenanigans.
Hey guys, good afternoon and welcome to Truth Live Shenanigans, the live show for Sunday,
Get it out.
December 20th. I don't know. I keep missing that every single time. I see lies and live. Welcome to the show. It's December 20th, 2020. I go by the name Neo Nix and I'll be your moderator through today's show. Now for today's show, we were hoping to have Coach Kenneth Blakeney from the Howard Bison joining us, but he was unable to join us last minute. We plan to have him back on a later date, so we apologize for that. But in Hot Topics, we have Lizzie talking about Kobe's mother-in-law extorting her daughter. Gianni Storm wonders your opinions on Tropicana being called out for promoting alcoholism. And Rob B tells us how Brazil's president takes a few pages out of Trump's playbook saying the COVID vaccine may turn people into, quote, crocodiles.
And more.
All right, let's start off with our quick fire question. All right, recently on a podcast, Barack Obama told the world his daughter, Malia's boyfriend, Rory, was quarantining with them, and his grocery bill went up about 30%. So, co-host, what are your thoughts on Rory hanging out with the Obamas during quarantine? Let's start out with Lizzie.
I see nothing wrong with it. The faux outrage that has taken over social media this week over this topic has been ridiculous. Mind your business, y'all. Mind your business.
Robbie Rock?
They mitigated the risk well. Kudos to the Obamas.
Gianni Storm?
Malia seems like a good girl. No sneaking her boyfriends in her bedroom or anything.
So for me, I say Obama said he liked the dude, but I'm guessing that's just lip service and just a real loud dog whistle. I think that's what that is. I think he's I think he's trying to tell him to get out.
He's already out. It was early pandemic.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Early pandemic. And I don't think he would be, saying he liked the dude and letting him stay up in his house if he didn't really like the dude and think that he was, a decent guy, upstanding for his daughter.
What? I don't know.
Maybe Mama
that's
Michelle
changed.
had convinced him. Michelle might have convinced him because Malia wanted him to stay, because they did mention in the article that actually he said he was sort of stuck. He wasn't completely stuck. So maybe there was
taking advantage. I see you, Rory.
Well, I mean, it should be noted that, the reason why he was stuck was allegedly, since we don't know the truth to it, but allegedly he was stuck due to some visa issues with his job, and he couldn't get back to. He's from London. He's not from the United States.
Allegedly.
He's from London. No, he's from London.
No,
he is from
allegedly.
London.
Visa issues, allegedly.
I said that already. And so he couldn't, he allegedly couldn't get home, and there were some visa issues. But again, we're talking about the former president of the United States, Michelle Obama, who we know who doesn't play, and Michelle's mother, who also still lives with them. I don't think that there were any shenanigans going on there. I don't think that this was a real story. And I was talking to my co-host pre-show about how this story blew up differently in different segments, different demographics of the population. I'm not sure how my white brothers and sisters out there felt about this, but Black folks lost their minds.
And they
Lost
and they definitely lost their minds. So we got a question on TikTok from Howard Ross. He says, "Were they banging in Obama's house?"
You know what? It just young adults in their sexual prime will find opportunity where opportunity presents itself. It's as
That's what I'm
simple as
saying.
that.
and
It's
even
as simple as
if they were
that.
Malia's a good girl. Gianni said Malia's a good girl.
But
Yes,
if there's a
yes, yes.
Secret Service detail that's available to that family, I might watch my step as a young man. I might just go, you know what? There are certain risks I'm just not willing to take at this time. And that would be one of them.
also Malia is 22
He's
years
22
old.
years old. Yeah.
Even if they were banging in Obama's house, if Michelle and Barack ain't got a problem with it, I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah. Daria Winter said, "Whose business is it anyway?"
Thank you.
All right. So let's move on to hot topics. Well, let's move. I'm sorry. Let's move on to introducing our guest, our co-host. I'm like, yeah, you know, you know, we change so many things around. I get all lost sometimes. So problem with live TV, live shows.
Last
All right.
changes for the game.
All right. So let's check in with our co-hosts, our professor, writer, editor, and big-time sports journalist, Lizzie Enders.
What's up? What's up? Happy Sunday, fun day, everyone. It is almost Christmas time. I hope you guys have gotten all your shopping done, that your trees are up, that you've decided on your menus for this coming Friday. I have done none of the above. So hopefully do as I say, not as I do. Do as I say, not as I do.
All right, we got to ask every time, Lizzie Enders, what's the cocktail today?
So today actually we're double fisting today. We have two cocktails.
Double fist.
So the first one is we have Bailey's Irish cream, with a few ounces of vanilla vodka. Yum, yum, yum. And then, of course, we have our normali, if I'm speaking in Finnish, absolute cream soda. Yum, yum, yum. So I'll be, going back and forth, double dipping there.
All right. A resident alcoholic. All right. So our rock star with the band and Fallen Machine, streaming live from Sudbury, Ontario, Robbie Rock.
What's up, everyone? Happy Sunday. This is just like Liz said. I mean, Christmas is coming. I hope that everyone is ready to celebrate at home and reach out to your loved ones virtually to modify your traditions in lieu of the pandemic. I know that we celebrated with my daughter and granddaughter yesterday.
I was going to say, how was that?
That was amazing. Absolutely
Early
amazing.
Christmas for you.
Yeah,
And
so just the wonderment of a little one.
You guys still have snow up there, so it's a white
Oh, yeah.
Christmas, right?
Yeah, more snow again today. Yeah, it was exactly what you would hope it to be, where the child just gets to that point where, open the next one. Say, no, I want to play with this. All right, the kids had enough. Let her play with the toys. The kids had enough.
All right.
I never got that point. I always wanted to open everything.
Everything. I'm with you on that one. I was just tearing stuff up. I got mad when I got brothers and sisters and they took up some of my time. I was like, all right. And streaming live from Atlanta, Georgia, our native New Englander and college student, Gianni Storm.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. It's sad to say that I looked to my left when Lizzie said, I hope everybody has your tree up, and I don't have a tree yet. I'm gonna get a tree. I'm okay. Oh, I'm not alone. Okay,
You're not alone.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
I have a tree. I have like a 4-foot tree
in my house. I have to get something, even if it's a small one. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing well and is in the Christmas spirit. I'm still watching Christmas movies and drinking hot chocolate and all of that, but no white Christmas here in ATL.
So let me ask you, is the weather getting any better? I mean, last time we spoke, you said it was getting chilly and you actually had to wear a jacket.
60
The
degrees.
forecast today. No, it's still cold. It's still really, really cold, actually.
Oh, it's
Today
gotten
was a
cold.
little bit
Okay.
warmer.
All right.
Still cold.
Define cold. Quantify cold.
Oh, the degree. It's still about between 60 and 65.
Oh my God, cold. We can't even talk to you anymore. You're supposed to be from New England. You're supposed to know what cold is. That ain't cold.
I told you I got spoiled out there.
Clearly. All right.
Comfortable running, but man.
All right. If you've never been to TLS before, and I see we got some new TikTokers, what we do is we'll be sharing our truths and opinions with you, calling out the lies out there, and pointing out the ridiculous shenanigans going on while we try to have some fun with some shenanigans of our own. So we should have a lot of fun today. Our show streams live everywhere: YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, Twitter, and streaming live on TikTok and Instagram now at TLS Live Show across all those platforms. Make sure you hit that follow button, share this feed, invite your friends. Most importantly, join in the conversation with us. And don't miss an episode. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube, iTunes, Google, Alexa, Pandora, iHeart, you name it. You'll find us wherever you watch or listen to your podcast. All right, guys, let's jump on into those hot topics. I jumped on in early. Let's get it on time this time.
Truth, lies, shenanigans.
All right, the way it works, one of our hosts will start us out, and they'll tell us if their topic is a truth, lie, or shenanigans. Give a little background, and we'll talk about it until time is up. And our friend Genji will drop in and let us know that time is over. And then we'll go to our live audience for questions and comments about the topic. So make sure you're talking to us online. All right, Liz Z, since we were talking basketball, we'll start out with you. Is this a truth,
Okay.
lie, or shenanigan?
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans. And so Gianni and I are the single ladies, all the single ladies on the panel. So neither one of us, we are not married. But who else is married on this panel?
Who else
Who
is
else
married?
is married?
I am married. The males are married.
Okay, so the two gents are married. Okay. Presumably, but maybe not, but presumably head of households, if you will, if you are in a very traditional.
Depends
If
on
you
how
are in a
you
very
depends on how you define head of household.
honestly, Mel, my bad now. No, I know who's running things over there.
Yeah,
My
you
bad.
should. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
But question for the gents, let me ask you this. Since you have in-laws, do you think that it is your responsibility, especially if you are extremely wealthy, to take care of your in-laws, not only take care of them, but provide a house, a car, an allowance for them for the rest of their lives?
So we're assuming that I'm extremely wealthy. That was your term, extremely wealthy.
I mean, wealthy is relative in some people's minds, but
Mhm.
do you think it's your responsibility to take care of your in-laws?
Personally, because I like my in-laws, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, it could be a different story if I had an estranged relationship with my in-laws. Like I could see on the other side if the relationship wasn't good, then no, I wouldn't take on that responsibility. But it's not and I don't think I'm required to do it. I'll put it that way. I feel like if I'm going to do it, I'm doing it because I want to. Uh,
Yeah.
so, but required, no. Robbie?
Okay. Robbie?
I'm on board. I'm on board with what Nia was putting down. Luckily I have a great relationship with my in-laws, so I would be happy to. If I had a $600 million estate at my disposal, I would maybe say that there's a responsibility, whether or a duty to, because if it was Jose that acquired this wealth and not me, then I would absolutely ensure that her wishes were fulfilled with that. If there was no will, then I would have to think of Jose as a person, and would Jose take care of her family? Absolutely. So I would absolutely honor it in that respect.
I just
Okay.
want to point
So
out a comment online from Kevin Daxon. Hell no, ain't no Mike Tyson crap going on here.
And let's not talk about Mike Tyson because you're about to get your feelings hurt, Kevin Thaxton. So, Rob Robbie just brought up not an arbitrary number. He brought up the number $600 million, and that just wasn't out of left field. He's referring to Kobe and Vanessa Bryant. So, as we all know, unfortunately, Kobe Bryant perished along with his 13-year-old daughter and 7 other passengers in a helicopter crash earlier this year on January 26th. Since then, his wife, Vanessa Bryant, he's survived by his wife, a widow now, Vanessa Bryant, and their 3 other children, other daughters, Natalia, Bianca, and Capri. Since then, Vanessa's mother, I think she went on TV first about a month ago. She went on Telemundo and decided to tell the world that Vanessa was kicking her out of her house, that Vanessa was throwing her out on the street. Then it came out last week that Vanessa's mother has filed a 48-page lawsuit suing her because she says that while Kobe was alive, Kobe promised to take care of her for the rest of her life. So again, before I give you the details of what Vanessa Bryant's mother is asking, what she is suing her daughter for, do you guys want to change your opinions on this, given this information? Or do you find, what do you think about this, Roy? Do you think the grandmother, Vanessa's mom, has a right to bring this lawsuit?
Are you asking all of us or just the guys again?
All of you.
So my initial thoughts are no. I mean, I truly had to reread the article. I had to read a couple articles to make sure I understood what was going on. 'Cause I was confused. At first, I thought it was Kobe's mom that was saying Kobe would take care of her, which I think is ridiculous in itself. But at the same time, I could see an argument where that makes sense, right? Um, but then I realized it was Vanessa's mother, and that's crazy. I mean, why would Vanessa be required to give her mom millions because Kobe simply might have said something and that, hey, I take care of you forever. And this is might have because it's her word against, I mean, theirs.
Well,
On
his
top of it,
word, I'll take care of you for life.
yeah.
That doesn't designate whose life.
Oh,
Kobe's life is never.
good point too. Good point too. I mean, but dude just died. I mean, really. I mean, let people deal. Let people heal with the problem. I mean, he just died.
Not only Kobe, her granddaughter.
Right.
Her
Yeah.
granddaughter.
I mean, let the family heal. Gosh, I mean, we're talking not even a year, not even barely 9 months. Well, 10 months, 11 months.
Well, when she first
I
started,
just
you're right. When she first started, it was barely 9 months. When she first
When
started,
she first
it was
started,
barely
right.
Yeah. Johnny?
no, I was just curious because I actually looked into it further as well, but I'm curious, where is that coming from? I know that she said that Vanessa had kicked her out of the house and she took her Mercedes and all of this. But I know that instead of filing on a private matter, she did it publicly. And I know in the article it also mentions that why would you file something that you know that you were going to lose, and it was to shame Vanessa, or to have her end up kind of doing a what is it called, like a settlement with her,
Mm.
instead of actually winning a lawsuit, which she can't win anyway. So it was like,
Well,
why do that? Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
before Robbie gives a comment, let me just read to you what one of the statements from the lawsuit says. Unfortunately, Kobe's promise did not see the light of day, as he is now deceased, and Vanessa took each and every step she could to void and cancel all of Kobe's promises, the lawsuit claims, asserting that Vanessa Bryant never intended to honor those wishes. Rob?
Mm.
Yeah. So at the basis of her legal dispute, she's claiming 18, I think something ridiculous like 18 years of back pay for being a support worker and at the family's disposal. Whereas Vanessa's claim is, well, come on,
Not
man,
only
I'm
that,
your
they
grand.
said 90. She's claiming $96 an hour of back pay
Last time
for
I
two
checked, man, that's
decades of work.
right. So that's a little ridiculous. And I mean, shame on Mama for making that claim that the back pay is owed. Shame on Vanessa for removing her. But as I dug into it, Vanessa had removed her from everything. She was willing to provide her with monthly support for the rest of her life. And that wasn't good enough. So maybe she wasn't, maybe Mom was used to a certain lifestyle that Kobe was able to provide to his extended family. But now Vanessa acknowledges that, that revenue stream has been cut off. There might still be some endorsements and a few things that she's going to get her way, but that revenue stream has absolutely dried up. So she's taken the precautions to prepare or to preserve her family or her daughters, as opposed to taking care of all the extended family. But $600 million estate, shame on you. Take care of your mom. Even if you don't get along with her, take care of your mom.
Totally disagree. Totally disagree. The fact that, one, you immediately went to the press. You immediately went to the press and exposed our personal business, but you also feel as if you are entitled to something. This is a gift, and not even a gift that's based off of my merits, my talents as your daughter. This is based off of everything my husband did. And now my husband is no longer here. And so, again, we were being generous in giving you a house and giving you cars and giving you money for 20 years. And to feel this sense of entitlement that, one, you are going to the press and documenting monetarily how much you think you are owed for being a grandparent to your children, but also then saying that you want a $5 million check right off the bat in addition to houses. Hell no, I wouldn't give her anything now. Even if I thought I had a soft spot, or as Gianni was pointing to, I might have settled or given in for something. The audacity that you have to try to expose my family when we are still in mourning, you're not getting anything.
That's
And
the
that goes to
issue.
show that you didn't appreciate Kobe for who he was. You appreciated those dollars. You didn't appreciate
Mhm.
him as a son-in-law. You appreciated those dollars. And now that he's no longer here, you expect to be living large off of something that you didn't earn.
Yeah,
Nope, nothing.
I, and
I agree.
just to, I'm with Lizzie on this one. I mean, I agree with you, Rob B, because I have a soft spot for my mother-in-law. So I would try to take care of her, especially if I had the wealth that the Kobe Bryant family has. I would do something to take care of it. And you did mention that they are doing something to take care of her,
Yeah,
or were going to do something to take care of her.
They were. Well, Vanessa, according to, if you believe Vanessa, Vanessa said, yes, we removed her from one house, but we were going to put her in another residence. Now,
Mhm.
it could be that residence wasn't as big as she wanted it to be, but that's
right.
on her.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
free
the
is free.
problem here is gold digging. I mean, she's it would be different if she were saying, "Hey, I just want you to, you threw me out on the street and I have nothing, or or there's no money coming in or anything like that." But with that not being the case, with her, this is money grubbing. She wants more than she necessarily
Mhm.
deserves, or that her or Vanessa feels that she should have. And Vanessa has a right to decide what she feels like she should give to her mother,
Yeah, no,
regardless of what Kobe.
there's
And
no
what is the
basis in the court
definition
of
of
law.
taking care of for the rest of your life? I mean, what does that mean? It's so subjective. Kobe could have been saying anything. He could have been saying, "I'll give you a paycheck for $2,000 a month, and that's me taking care of you."
And
Yeah.
also, is there a written contract? How do we know Kobe said that to her?
Said
She could be
that.
lying.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point. Maybe it was just known. Like maybe it was just a known thing within the family. Like I'll always
Right.
take care of you. Maybe that was the case. But
Robbie, you
But
still sticking by that?
that's when the revenue stream is cut off. That's it. I'll still take care of you. And she was offering to take care. So I would still stick to my original offer, regardless, and just, you can go back to the media and tell them what I'm offering you. And in relation to what you are telling me you were entitled to, and that's it. It's the entitlement that really gets me. I want this house. I want this Mercedes SUV. No, that's not
But
how it
are you
works. If
suggesting that she still that Vanessa still honor her original agreement even after all of this? Because I personally would probably not honor my original agreement.
I
She's
wouldn't
let you
really,
at
I
the
would.
level that
I
you
still
would.
would.
And if there was a car in the deal originally, I would just say, hey, you know what? I still want you to have a roof over your head. The family's still going to take care
Yeah.
of you. We're not putting you out on the street because
yeah,
that wasn't the intent.
I gotta admit, I'm with Lizzie on this one. At this point, I would probably put her out on the street. I'm just,
And
I mean,
Katie Pines.
it's
Katie
like this
Pines.
is like these are like attacks when you're in a mourning, because it takes time to mourn, and you have someone attacking you when you're in a time of mourning. That's a serious attack. That's not just like, in passing saying, this is. I think it's bigger than just a simple dispute. This. Go ahead, Lizzie. Sorry.
there's a popular saying. I'm not sure if this is a saying in Canada yet. You might get it, Rob, but here in the States, a lot of the young people say secure the bag. Um, and so in addition to securing the bag, people, make sure you keep that bag, secure it tightly. Like, don't do anything to mess up your money stream or to piss off the person that is providing for you. Especially when it's something so petty. I could see if she was being abused, like Rob said, if she was really being thrown off the street. But we're talking about the size of a house, a car, money from 20 years ago that you claim you were owed for babysitting your grandkids. Like, come on. And again, like Neo just brought up, Vanessa's still in mourning. People in mourning aren't necessarily going to be the nicest. They get rather been there, done that myself. They get rather nasty.
Mm-hmm.
And so the last thing you want to do is get on the bad side of someone who is not in a good place emotionally and mentally, and you want something from them.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mama, she would have to go.
Yeah.
She would have to go.
Totally agree. You agree, Gianni? Whose side you on this one, Gianni? Oh, maybe she looks like she might be lagging a bit. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm. Oh, am I lagging?
You're back.
Looks like you're back. Looks like you're back.
Yeah, I'm on. I can see you guys' point, but I definitely would have to honor the original agreement, knowing me. And if it was like my mom and she was acting weird, which would never be the case, but if that was the case, just knowing my relationship and bond to my mother, I'm have to honor that agreement. It's definitely going to be from riches to rags kind of story for her, but at least she'll have a roof over her head and some food, and she'll she'll be comfortable basically. But yeah.
All right. Well, it looks like me and Lizzie are the hard asses here.
I just want to say very quickly, if you guys remember during our interview, because Kobe had a very difficult relationship with his parents as well.
Mm-hmm.
At the time of his death, I'm not sure if they were on speaking terms, but Jeff Pearlman brought this up in his interview with us as to why Kobe and Vanessa may have been attracted to one another at such an early age. They both were in situations where they had parents who were kind of very strict, but also kind of possessive, if you will, and overbearing. And when they got together, Kobe's parents didn't talk to him for years.
Yeah.
And then Vanessa's parent, people often said Vanessa's mom wouldn't have been down with it either if Kobe was just peanut on the corner and had a regular 9 to 5. So I think this is another example of the problems with the parents. Bringing two people together and saying it's us against the world.
Yeah.
It's us against the world.
Let's get to these comments online. So my wife, Mel Blaine, says she basically wants to get paid for being a grandma, ? Grandmas take care of their family. At least my mom does. I mean, yeah, and that's the thing. $96 an hour of back pay for two decades of taking care of your grandchildren, really? Jose says, shame on her. Kevin Thaxton says, nope. Salai says, the poor kids have lost their father and sister, and now their grandmother starts this nonsense, and they'll lose her too. So selfish of the granny.
Yes.
Jacqueline Rom says, what agreement? I would get illiterate quick, fast, and in a hurry. That greedy, grasping hag could kick rocks. Let's see. Mike Wolf says, seems like a poor legal strategy on mom's part. She's alienating her own daughter and is going to end up in an upper mid-level assisted living facility. Man, you got her like, dang, Mike.
During COVID too. That's not the best place to be during COVID.
Johnny Vash Faiz says, and this is on Twitch. I think Vanessa's mom doesn't have the right. Mike Patterson joined. Okay, let's see. And then
Right.
Howard Ross says bad sign on TikTok. So
Was that our Mike Patterson? No, that was a different
well,
Mike
yeah,
Patterson.
no. Mike Patterson seems to be looks like he's watching on Instagram right
Our
now.
Mike
Yeah, our Mike Patterson. Yep, yep, our friend Mike Patterson. All right, so yeah, I just saw that pop up as I was reading, so I was like, oh, Mike. All right, Jose says being a grandparent is a privilege. I agree with all of those. All right, let's get on to our next hot topic.
Truth, lies, shenanigans.
Gianni Storm. Is this a truth, lie, or shenanigan? Oh, she's lagging, looks like again. All right, let's let her catch up, and we are going to go to Rob B. All right.
Lies, shenanigans.
This is a shenanigan.
Wait a minute, hold on, Rob B. Let's see how bad she's lagging.
Okay.
Are you there?
Come on, John.
Yeah, she's lagging. Let's get Gianni back, and then we'll start with Rob B. Robbie Rock. Let's go ahead and start.
All right. So mine is definitely a truth with some shenanigans. So on Thursday, December 17th, Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro was quoted as saying, "In the Pfizer contract, it's very clear we're not responsible for any side effects." So he took that as, well, if you turn into a crocodile, it's your problem. If you become superhuman, if a woman starts to grow a beard, or if a man starts to speak with an effeminate voice, they will not have anything to do with it, they being the Brazilian government. So if you'll remember, Bolsonaro was right up there with Trump as far as flouting COVID measures. Brazil is number 3 in the world. They've got the bronze medal so far for the number of COVID cases. But Bolsonaro was the guy that went out on his jet ski out in the Gulf and was greeting people at parties and making light of everything. And then about a week after, was diagnosed with COVID-19. So he has had COVID, and he's also stating that he will not be getting the vaccine because now that he's gotten it, he's got the antibodies and he is good to go. Right? So I guess really my question to the panel is, has Pfizer finally replicated Dr. Kurt Connor's Lizard Man experiments from the Spider-Man comic book?
From the spider. That's funny. Let's go with Lizzie. Go ahead, start, Lizzie.
I mean, I don't know about the Spider-Man doctor, but you guys remember Stella Emanuel, right? She was Trump's demon sperm doctor.
Yes, I do remember her.
Over the summer. Like, I don't understand why when people are trying to get a point across, they have to go to such extremes. Like, we all know, for the most part, we all know that when you take a medication, when you take a vaccine, that neither the doctor, the hospital, nor the manufacturer are responsible for the side effects. It says it on the insert. If you look at any commercial, those Viagra commercials, those Cialis commercials, all of these commercials, they give you the side effects. So no, you can't sue over that. But then to take it to crocodiles, like, what are you talking about? That makes people not listen to your message. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. I mean, okay, so, well, Johnny, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. All right, Johnny, I'll let you think about your response in a second. So, this is not surprising to me. Look at the 2 countries worldwide with the most COVID deaths. 2 presidents that continuously denounce the seriousness of the pandemic. These 2 people, Trump and Bolsonaro, are responsible for 30%, almost 1/3 of all the deaths across the entire planet. The entire planet. That is crazy. Leadership is important. I mean, I hope we have learned our lessons, at least for the next generation, just how important experience and leadership is, and that we can't be electing these dumbass reality show fools off the street ever again. No, no more reality show fools like the Trumps. Well, I don't know. Bolsonaro wasn't a reality show guy. He's just a right winger who's an idiot. But I mean, we just got to do better. I mean, we see the what comes of these crazy people. So that one third, almost one third of all the deaths across the entire planet, two people. Yanni?
I was gonna say, what Liz mentioned about the disclaimer that you can't basically sue them because of the side effects, and that being true for many medicine. A lot of medicines that are out. I feel like him saying crocodile and him kind of making things a little bit jokey and making people actually scared to take a vaccine is just kind of propaganda. Like it does remind me. I didn't even know him and Trump were like in the same boat. Like, but it makes sense now that I know,
Oh,
because
I
it's
kind
just
of
like
put
a
them in
lot
the
of
same boat.
So
hoopla. It's like hoopla going on.
to Gianni's point, this is a quote from him. If you become superhuman, if a woman starts to grow a beard, or if a man starts to speak with an effeminate voice, they will not have anything to do with you. Anything to do with it, he said, referring to the drug manufacturers. Like, again, these extreme scare tactics. People, come on now.
Yeah.
Now,
Mhm.
even though there are disclaimers in any medication that you take, I guarantee you the disclaimer is not going to talk about crocodiles, or if you're going to grow a beard, or if you are, going to have an effeminate voice if you're a man. And if you are a woman and you get this vaccine and you grow a beard, I mean, you could join the carnival. There are worse things.
You just got a new
Oh, you are
job.
silly.
Bearded woman,
But
the
I feel
bearded
like,
woman.
yeah, I don't trust it. I don't like when people are forcing you to do something. Like, I know that it even mentioned, it said for not being vaccinated, you can be banned from certain public spaces, not forced to if you're not forced to take it, yada yada. So it's like we're not free, and we're not living in free will, whether we're required to take a vaccine or not. Like it shouldn't, the requirement shouldn't be there. But I understand. But I feel like whenever you're forcing something, that's when I feel like I have to question what's actually going on.
So you're not
What on
feeling
both
the
sides,
so you're not feeling the whole idea of forcing the vaccine on people.
right? Or the opposite,
So yeah,
like
to me,
forcing in general.
it's not being forced. You are being provided with a choice, and you have the freedom to choose. You have the freedom to choose whether you are going to get the vaccine and be able to operate in normal society, or you have the freedom to choose to forego the vaccine and live with the limitations that that imposes upon you. Kind of like if I don't have a valid driver's license, that means that I'm not supposed to operate a motor vehicle. I still can, but I'm not supposed to. But I don't know, this whole thing with Brazil just it made me laugh because honestly, I have a challenge to President Bolsonaro. Show me your crocodilians. Show me your superhumans and your
He might have some.
Cirque du Soleil needs to watch out. They were able to stave off their bankruptcy with the aid of secured lenders, but who can compete with a native population of human crocodile hybrids, superhumans, and bearded ladies? I would pay amazing money to see those performances.
Jackson says it's Brazil. That stuff happened already.
Coming, Gingy's coming, because I have a bit about vaccinations, and but let me just get my
All right, go ahead. We gotta. I give you another 60 seconds. Go ahead.
just so we're clear, like, restrictions based on whether or not you are vaccinated or not didn't just happen overnight with COVID. They've been a part of democratic society for years. For example, you can't go to certain schools, specifically not public schools, if you aren't vaccinated. Think about
Mhm.
traveling. There are certain countries on this planet that will not accept you if you have not taken certain vaccination shots, particularly malaria. You can't go to Africa. You can't go to South America. You can't go to certain Caribbean countries if you do not have your malaria shots or other shots that prevent you from bringing disease into their country. So this isn't a new thing. Like, I know people are like scared and like, oh my God, they're taking away my rights. But this has been a part of our society for decades. And like Rob said, it's just restricting you from being a part of certain public places. It's not kicking you out of the country,
Yep.
but it's saying for the greater good, if you aren't going to protect yourself from this virus, this disease, then you need to be over here.
Yep.
You can't be with everybody else. You need to be over here.
All right.
And so, yeah.
Online, we got Kevin Thaxton says, crocodile demon sperm, love it. Jackson Robinson says, it's amazing how these people go from 0 to 60 over the simplest things. We got Mike Winter. He says, but he was speaking the racism that people wanted to hear. That is a problem that needs to be addressed. Rupka says, can't wait for The Apprentice to come back. Okay. Disagree with that. Will not be watching that ever again.
I mean, Rob Beast wanted to see the crocodiles and the bearded women. I want to see the crocodile demon sperm. I want to see what it looks like.
The crocodile. Mark Winter says, racism and homophobia are the traits that Alf and Bolsonaro share. Actually true. Very true. Daria Winter said, the people who support Trump have established a model for Republican leadership for the near future. You have a choice. People sometimes do not do the homework to make rational decisions. Mike Wolf, if you don't get vaccinated, you're contributing to the deaths of people.
Me.
Mel says, I had to take a Hep B shot for my science jobs. And things keep moving around. I might as well change my career. Then, unfortunately, they are mandatory.
Mm-hmm.
So,
even when I went into teaching, I had to get my tuberculosis boost. I had to get a series of boosters just to go back into the classrooms to do my practicum.
Jackson says, so there are different flavors of the vaccine. I'll take a Vente, no milk, decaf caramel vaccine with cinnamon, no pumpkin spice, please.
Love it. Vanilla flavor vaccine. Absolute vaccine.
All right, let's move on to the next hot topic. Gianni, looks like we got you back clean, so let's move on to you.
Lies, shenanigans.
All right, Gianni, is this a truth, lie, or shenanigans?
This is a shenanigan for you guys today.
Shenanigans.
So, Tropicana, the orange juice, is being sued and receiving backlash. I'm sorry, not being sued. They're just receiving backlash for promoting dangerous habits. Everybody's being sued all the time. So
they are.
For promoting dangerous habits for this one commercial that had mimosa drinks advertised in little fridges like that, hiding in like little, like in your closet or in your laundry room or somewhere away from the kids. Take a moment to sip on your mimosa. So that was basically the gist of the commercial, and it received this super bad backlash from especially like AA groups and like parents in general, because they felt like it just during the pandemic is promoting alcoholism in general, and it's promoting that bad habit to drink often. And so yeah, that's basically my question.
Sipping away.
As she sips away. My question is, do you guys think the commercial promotes bad habits in alcoholism, or do you think it was necessary for the commercial to be taken down?
Let's go with Robbie Rock.
Tropicana is a product that has always associated itself with being a family-friendly product. It's always been associated with after soccer. There's kids. It's always a family product. I can absolutely appreciate the backlash that has occurred, because at the end of the day, it's not an alcoholic product. And during the COVID pandemic, people are more stressed than they have ever been in recent years. And to be promoting certain habits to deal with your stress isn't healthy. I know that I have had my struggles with alcohol over the course of my lifetime. So I can appreciate what these AA groups are saying, because when you start normalizing a behavior, if the kid is watching the commercial and says, okay, mom's having a rough time with the kids and she's sneaking a me moment, she's got her drink stashed in the linen closet. Well, hey, kid, probably not far from the truth. So when you normalize that type of behavior, I do agree that it is dangerous. And I agree with Tropicana's decision to bow to the social pressure and take the ad down, because that's their product is a family friendly product. That's their niche.
Okay. Let's go with Lizzie.
It went too far.
Hopefully, I'm able to articulate why this wasn't really a big deal to me. As someone who considers herself like a mini mixologist, I throw the best cocktail parties on the planet. So I'm used to cocktails and cocktail recipes. Um, if you look at a lot of alcohol companies, a lot of liquor companies, when they do their advertising, specifically when they're advertising their specialty drinks, they always put the mixer in the advertisement. Not always, but more often than not, they put the mixer in the advertisement. Everyone knows, hopefully everyone knows, so you're not, mixing a mimosa with vinegar, but most people know that a mimosa is made with orange juice, or a classic mimosa is made with orange juice. Um, and so my question is, like, this isn't the first time that we've seen this. I guess it's because people have like a very home natured feel good idea of Tropicana.
Mm-hmm.
But in the same vein, I'm just like, well, um, this is what a mimosa is. And if Moet can put Tropicana in their advertisement for a mimosa, is it wrong vice versa? So I'm not sure if this really bothered me that much. Like, I understand 100% what Rob B is saying. And even though, I joke and I jest about, drinking and my drinks and alcohol consumption, I'm very sensitive to the idea, to the notion, to the reality that a lot of people are suffering with alcoholism. Um, it's just this particular ad didn't really bother me. I understand why it may have triggered some people, but look in the magazines that you are reading, at the alcohol advertisements in magazines that you're reading, especially around the holidays when everyone wants to get that specialty, holiday Christmas cocktail out there. Um, they are adding in Tropicana.
Mm-hmm.
They're adding in ginger ale. They're adding in V8 for that, kick-ass Bloody Mary. And so I don't know, like, I don't know if this is a thing.
Yeah.
At least for me. At least for me.
So me
I guess,
personally, I don't. Oh, good. You have something, Robbie?
yeah, just to clarify, like to me, the crux of it is the moment. So having a mim moment that is leisure, that is a social construct, that is a party, a celebration, I don't have an issue with. When your moment is stress relief because you're having a bad day and then you're turning to your secret stash, that's the idea that I don't want normalized. And that's why the ad needed to be taken down.
I think the backlash comes from Tropicana's branding, but I personally, I don't drink. I've never drank. I'm not a fan of people that drink, or I mean, drinkers or drinking in general. But if people want to do what they want to do, they want to do what they want to do. Um, but in this case, I really don't see. I'm not sure. I see a problem, but I don't see the huge backlash for it. Given that we see all these vodka commercials from hip hop stars and movie stars and other random stars and celebrities. I mean, mimosas are popular. I personally think the outrage might be just a little bit much. I think it really does go back to Tropicana's branding in itself. So when like you say, it's a wholesome drink in the morning, and then all of a sudden they're promoting alcohol. It's just the branding doesn't seem to match. But I don't know. It's like I say. I mean, we see alcohol being promoted to kids and stuff. I mean, I'm against that, obviously, but the point is, this isn't the worst that I've seen. I think there's other advertising that probably needs more backlash.
And more often than not, you see that advertising, like, Rob brought up the point that I guess the original ad had or reference people hiding their mimosas or hiding something in a closet.
Mhm.
Whereas Neo is talking about a lot of these other advertisements, they, take on the party
Mhm.
persona.
Mm.
So you see, big
Johnny Depp.
party,
You got
you see
Puffy. You got
party buses, you see a lot of bling, you see a lot of scantily clad.
Ashanti.
It's I think that is more detrimental, at least
I
personally
think
to
so too.
me, because you're making it fun. You're making it something that you do
You're
every
glorifying
day.
it. You're glorifying. It's like when they glorified cigarette.
Well, and
I
now
think by
you can't have a cigarette ad. It's illegal
Yep.
on television. It's
Yep.
illegal.
Let's get Gianni in here. You got 7 seconds, Gianni. No, I'm just kidding. I'll
Sorry,
give you
I
some
was just
time.
gonna say, I think I kind of see Rob's point where it's like, okay, Tropicana is known to be a family thing. So it's like, with that being said, if you wanted to promote alcohol, promote it on a separate type of brand maybe.
Hmm.
But keep that kind of there, because there's a lot of, like you said, advertisements going on promoting this normal behavior. So why add another? Especially with like you being Tropicana, like my little sister drinks your, you know what I mean? So it's like I can see where he's coming from. So maybe separate the advertisement and still promote it. Because I don't have a problem with drinking mimosa. Like I don't have a problem. It didn't offend me personally, but it's just I can see where he's coming from
It's a
and why
branding just
people
doesn't
care.
match, right? It just doesn't match.
Yeah, it's off. It wasn't well thought out at all.
All right, so we got some comments online. Salai says Tropicana got this wrong. They should have stayed in their lane as a family-friendly brand. Promoting alcohol in the time of pandemic when domestic violence rates are up is poor form. Good thought.
Right.
Neo going to tell us he doesn't drink. Wah wah wah. I don't drink. I don't drink.
What is that?
If you drink mimosas, you're contributing to the deaths of people. This comment is a joke.
Oh, I was going to say,
You remember
what?
this is Mike Wolf. Sorry, his previous comment was.
You gotta tell us the same.
Sorry, that's my bad. My bad. It would have been
That's
funny if I
funny.
had said Mike Wolf said it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Kevin Thaxton says no worse than Bush beer. Sunny D probably made the complaint. Sunny D.
Sunny D's not orange juice, man. That's orange drink. That's a big difference.
Yeah.
That's probably why they made the complaint.
Here we go. Here we go.
All right.
I
Mike-
have Tropicana in my fridge right now. I have a thing of Tropicana in my fridge right now for the
Yummy.
sole purpose of mimosas.
Mimosas.
Because I don't drink orange juice. It's too sweet. For the sole purpose of mimosas. Once, I'm down on the champagne or the Prosecco in my wine fridge, it's going in the trash. Like, that's just me.
All right. So that is it for our hot topics. Good hot topics, guys. Really good hot topics.
Truth,
Enjoyed
lies,
those.
shenanigans.
All right. So time for our game show. Looking good on time too. We're gonna do things a little different. We're gonna see if we can get this right. See if I can do this right. Hopefully this all works out. So it's a whole different thing. We're playing
What do you
Password.
Rob?
We're playing Shenanigans Password. I will mute one person's microphone and I will pick one host to give clues to the other host. You cannot say the word or any part of the word. And you cannot use gestures. Everyone know what password is?
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
So Neo would give me a word, and then if I'm getting you to try to guess it. I can use gestures, I can use phrases, but I cannot use the word.
You can't use gestures.
Oh,
No
I
gestures.
can't use gestures. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
and you can't use any part of the word.
Frenchie goes
All right.
across his finger.
Good. Rob explained it perfectly.
Okay.
All right, we'll go around and each person will have one round with each of the other hosts. If you get the
Start with
word, you'll have 15.
Start with
We'll start with Rob. If you get the word in 15 seconds, you both get a point. If you don't get a word, no one gets a point. And if one of you uses the word or says part of the word or uses a gesture, you lose a point. All right.
So it's like taboo.
Similar, very, very similar. Yep.
Okay.
But this, you don't have taboo words, but very similar. All right. Person with the most points wins and gets the final thought of the day. All right, we're gonna start with Rob B. All right, let me see. So Rob B,
I'm definitely
you are
getting something, yes.
giving, and we're gonna have Lizzie guessing. You ready, Lizzie?
All right.
All right, hold on. I got to mute her. Lizzie, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Lizzie? All right, great. Rob B, your password is kumquat. All right, I'm gonna give
I
you
eat
each.
lips.
Okay, you. Oh, good, but you.
Yeah, hide your mouth when you say it.
That's a little. All right, I'm not gonna give you that. Kumquat's hard. All right. So we're going with pornographic. Your password is pornographic. All right.
Okay.
You ready? All right. Let me bring her mic back up. All right. All right, and your time starts now. Robbie.
All right. The adult film industry also goes by a different name. These types of films are considered to be non-adult films. Come on, Liz, guess something.
I'll give you pornographic. I'll give you porno.
Good, Liz.
I'm gonna give you a point for that. All right. She got it just before time. I'm gonna give you a point for that. All right, so you both get a point.
Liz, the original word he gave me was kumquat. Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, that was gonna be too hard. That's gonna be too hard. All right. You ready? We're gonna do Gianni to Rob. So Robbie, let me mute you real quick.
Huh?
All right. Can you hear me, Robbie? Can you hear me? Great. All right, Gianni, your word is butterfly. The password is butterfly. Got it? All right.
Yes.
Let me unmute him. I'll give you one.
Here.
All right.
That's easy.
We'll see.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so this creature was created from a cocoon and is one of the most admirable.
Oh, that was a good one. Cocoon was a good one. That was a good one. Okay. Got that correct. All right, good job. So you both.
Musically, you could have said Floetry wrote this song for Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I
don't think Robbie would have got that one. All right, Liz and Gianni. All right. So 1 point each. Robbie's got 2. All right. So we are going. You're gonna give a clue. You're gonna give a clue to Gianni. All right. So give me 1 second. Let me mute Gianni. All right, Gianni. I'm sure Gianni can't hear me now. All right. Lizzie, your password is collagen. You got that? Collagen. All right. Let me unmute her and then I'll start the timer. All right. All right, now go.
It rhymes with halogen, and people use it to inject into their faces.
Collagen.
Collagen. That is correct. All right.
That was well played, Lizzie.
That was good. And I did say you couldn't say rhymes with. All right.
Rhymes with membrane.
Well, Robbie was giving gestures, so you know.
All right, everybody's getting points. All right, I'm gonna have to stump one of you guys. Shoot. All right, so 2 points for each of you. All right, come on. All right, so who's next? We're gonna do Liz E to Rob B. You ready?
So I'm giving to Rob B.
You're giving to Rob B. All right, so we are going to mute Rob B. All right, Rob B, you shouldn't be able to hear me now.
Me to Liz.
That's right. I got to mute. No, Lizzie's giving to Rob B. So we're muting Rob.
I can't hear anything.
Good.
He's lying.
I can't hear squat. I can hear you. I can't hear him.
Good. That's what we want. That's exactly what we want. All right. So, Lizzie, this is going to be too easy. Okay. It won't be too easy. Let's see what we got. All right. Your password is catheter. Lizzie, catheter. All right. Let me unmute, and then I'll start the time.
That was a word?
When you are in the hospital, they hook you up to something so you can go use the bathroom.
Catheter.
Damn it. You guys are too good at this damn game. I'm gonna have to reduce the time or something. I have to figure something out now.
We're
I
doing
got it.
quickly.
All right, so that Rob B's got 3, Lizzie's got 3. All right, time to catch up, Gianni. All right, so this is Gianni to Rob B. No, Rob B, you already did Gianni to Rob B, right?
Yeah.
And I already did Rob B to Gianni, right?
I haven't guessed one.
All right. You haven't guessed any?
No, I gave 2. I gave one to Gianni and I gave one to Robbie.
All right, so then it's Lizzie. Yeah, so Lizzie. All right. You guessed Rob B's first one. All right, so Gianni. Oh, you.
Yep, I have to.
Because Gianni gave you. Gianni had butterfly.
That was Johnny to me.
This is Gianni to Liz. This is Gianni to Liz. All right, you ready?
All right.
Muting Liz. All right. Your password is monkey bar.
Okay.
All right. And let me unmute. And go.
So little kids usually play with on this at the playground. It gives them really good upper body strength. They look
Monkey
like
bar.
a certain animal. Good job.
Monkey bar?
Damn it. All right. You guys are annoying me. All right. So what? So Lizzie already gave to Rob B, right? All right. So that's it, right? That's everybody. Damn it.
So we all win.
You all win. All right. So you all win. I don't know. I'm just gonna give it to whoever got it the fastest. I think Rob B did it best. Who did?
Yeah. Sure.
2 wins in a row. I'll take it.
Rob B, good job.
Rob.
All right. I gotta figure out this
Try
game a little bit
spell.
better the next time.
I'll take the wins.
I'm gonna make this
Yeah.
game much harder the next time we play. Way too easy for you guys. All right, so now we got some shout outs. Let's get some shout outs. All right, Gianni Storm, shout out.
Shout out to Rivka and the TLS Holiday Pet contest. I hope that you guys are ready. We are going to be kicking off the promotion Monday, so tomorrow, so look out for that. If you guys have pets and you like Christmas or whatever holiday you are celebrating, respectfully, then take pictures of your animals and send it to us, and we'll have the information so that you guys can win a TLS Holiday Pets bandana made by yours truly.
Awesome. All right, Robbie, shout outs.
Shout out to our audience for joining us. Thank you so much for the participation. Shout out to Coach Blakeney, who unfortunately couldn't join us today. I hope all is well and that we get to spend some time with him soon. Shout out to Jose behind the scenes, down the hall. Thank you for all of your help.
And Lizzie Ender.
A shout out to Ariana Grande, who just announced she is engaged for the 3rd time. My goodness. Get it together. But you know what? Hopefully 3rd time will be the charm. You will find happiness. I haven't even been engaged once. So, get some good loving in from me, girl. Good loving.
All right, I'm giving a shout out to my wife, Mel Blaine. She is not feeling well today, but she joined the show and checked us out and joined in with us. I got some shout outs to Howard Ross on TikTok, Johnny Bash Fayez at Twitch, and Mike Patterson joined us on Instagram Live. So, bunch of good. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Mike Patterson and I were in the same homeroom in high school.
Oh, we got
Nice.
Paul Hadzis is online. We have Ade joined us. He said the hour goes by fast. Good show, y'all.
Thank you.
Yep, we have Daria Winter joined us. Kevin Thaxton. Bunch of shout outs to Lai. Had some great comments. Rooker, of course, always. Mike Wolf was funny today. Kevin Thaxton. Mike Winter. Shout out to all of you guys. All right.
So Kevin Tyson brought up Mike Tyson, so I think we're gonna have to do a future show about Mike Tyson.
Oh, really? A show about Mike Tyson, huh?
We're gonna have to do a future show about Black folks and their love for the convicted rapist Mike Tyson. So that'll be in the future.
Bring that topic. Bring that topic. Maybe
Yeah.
Wednesday. All right. So that is all the time we have for tonight's show. I'd like to thank all of you guys for joining us. We hope that maybe you learned something, gained a new perspective, or even got some things off your chest. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe at TLS Live Show on all our platforms. And if you missed any of today's episodes, check out our clips online on YouTube and Facebook and share those out. And don't forget to subscribe to the audio version of the podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Google, Alexa. Just search Truth Lies Shenanigans. I had a fun time. I hope you did too. Our next live show is Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. We're having an ugly sweater contest, and you guys are the judges. We are taking your live votes on the ugliest of the sweaters. And our winner today is Rob B. Rob B, take us out.
Final thought, in light of Paul being on the show and joining us in the audience, a special shout out to all the single parents out there who are just killing it before Christmas. You know what? It's being a single parent is a tough job, but stick to it. Know that you have supports. You have tons of people who love you. And if you need help, please reach out. We're always there.
All right. Thank you, Rob B, for the thoughts. All right, guys. We'll see you Wednesday. Ugly sweaters.
Truth, lies, shenanigans.